All right, so here are guest relations. You can have the Alfred Hitchcock buses right there, but if you enter this way and through these doors, team members will assist you if you have any questions regarding accessibility information, questions about birthday buttons or celebrating buttons, or just any other general information. Team members here are all so awesome and they will help you out. And so yeah, so here's the front. So as soon as you enter, the guest relations services is right on the right. And then also on the right, located over here, you have your lockers over there. And then you also have your stroller wheelchair rentals, which is over in this section here. So if you ever needed to put anything away in your lockers, you come here, but you scan your ticket in order to access the lockers. And then here are the wheelchair stroller rentals, and they can assist you over here too. So when you keep going straight, and then you see the animation store, and then if you come right, you'll see Waterworld. But before that, you have the restrooms and family center. So if you go down this way towards the right, you'll have the restrooms for men and women. But if you head towards the left, is the family center. So we're gonna go check that out right now. Okay, so here is the family center. And they do display their hours. So it's usually during park opening and park close. However, during after hour events, such as horror nights, they're usually closed, like they'll close like maybe like 2 hours later, but before, like not during the whole event. So say if horror nights is like closes at 2, they'll probably close like at 11 p.m. But this is perfect for those that need to have like a little getaway. Hold on one second. So in here you do have some outlets, but this area itself is very quiet. They do have movies playing, but then you have these bathrooms, so companion restrooms. Also, if you do have a wheelchair, they are wheelchair friendly that you can transfer onto the bathrooms. Can I quickly show? Yeah, so you'll see the guardrails there. So if you needed transferring from the wheelchair onto the toilet, oh, the light. They have that, but you have enough space here for your babies and the strollers, but also if you're wheelchair bound. And then they have 2 quiet rooms. So we'll go in one. Okay, so these are the quiet rooms. So if you, like myself, sometimes I get overwhelmed and very overstimulated, and I'm about to have like a sensory meltdown, coming into the quiet room helps so much. It says a maximum of 30 minutes. However, I'm sure if you go out and talk to the team member, they need more time. Depending on if it's not that busy, you could probably stay a little bit longer. But yeah, once you close the door, it helps from all the loud noises and the crowds from outside. So this room itself is a very good getaway for those with sensory sensitivities, with children with sensory sensitivities. If you need to regulate your nervous system and just need some quiet, the quiet rooms in the family center, again, there's only 2, 30 minutes max, but they do help. And I believe they also have weighted blankets. I think I saw that one time. Just talk to the team members. But if you also need the weighted blanket to help, that's good too. So you got a little look-see in the quiet room. But if you're in an area where you cannot reach the quiet room, such as if you're downstairs and you need something quick, there are 2 first aid locations, one on the upper lot and one on the lower lot, and I'm going to show you those right now. So when you get straight, you'll see the iconic Universal Plaza sign, which is there. So we're going to cut through that way, and that will be where the first aid location is. Okay, so you have the French Sheep Bistro here, and then Fast and Furious, the walls are still up. The Fast and Furious is right here. It is very hard to see, but those red doors with 2 little lights, once you go this way, you'll see. So that is where your first aid is going to be, here on the upper lot. So if you're over here and you can't reach the quiet room in the front, first aid, they'll help you out, like be able to sit down and try to help you like calm down. Also, if you need earplugs, like if you got to bring your own, they offer earplugs as well. So if you need that. Now I'll show you the location that is on the lower lot. Okay, so you see Simpsons Land, and then towards the left you have the lower lot. So we're gonna go here to check out where the first aid location is. But before that, if you do have a wheelchair you can't get out of,
they do have alternate transportation where you'll talk to the team member here, and then they'll help you out. You basically take an elevator down, and they'll take a bus that will guide you to, or take you to the lower lot. All right, so we just got off the escalator, so we're gonna basically head straight. It's like where the character shop is, and then you have like this, it's technically Iso New Bar, but it's right there, but we're gonna go that way. Okay, so over to the right, you have the bathrooms. So you have women's here and the men's back there. And then there's also a family bathroom behind the men's bathroom. But I'm gonna go straight. That's the exit of Nintendo World. So if you're coming out from Nintendo World, it'll be on your right. But if you're coming from the escalators in Jurassic, it'll be on the left. So you have right there, first aid and security. So anytime, again, if you're getting overwhelmed, overstimulated, and you need some quiet space or just to get away, the first aid location right here, they'll help you out right there. All right, so if you are in a wheelchair and you take the elevator and the shuttle to the lower lot, it will drop you off over in this location here. I'm just gonna move up a little bit closer. But yeah, so this general area, there's like a little ramp, but they'll drop you off here. So when you come out, you'll experience the lower lot. So you have Jurassic, and then you have the Mummy here, and then you head that way, you have Transformers, and then Super Nintendo World.
So if you do have any other general questions about like the first aid or the quiet rooms or accessibility, just let me know. I can answer to the best of my ability or from my own experiences what I go through at the park as someone that, you know, struggles with sensory sensitivities and all that, and also has family members that usually need wheelchairs or walkers or whatever. So any of those questions, again, feel free to ask, and I'll try my best to answer. But I'm glad you watched this video. Hopefully it was informational. I'll try to do more stuff in the future. So hopefully you follow along on my adventures to the parks, and then hopefully you'll see you in another video. Bye.